Rackham page. We are going live, and we are live here on YouTube. Welcome, everybody, to the Ask Captain Jack show. It's getting a little bit hectic for my Gators. They were up double digits, and now Nevada has fought back. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye. I'm keeping an eye on both. Al Hardy, good to see you, brother. Al, get over to Facebook, go off of Facebook, get over to YouTube, brother. Everybody on Facebook, get over to YouTube. Chris Donnett's there. Arr! Chris Donnett knows where to go for good volume and sound. Arr! Mike Merkard's over there as well. It is a great time to be here. It is the off season. I'm doing all right, Al. But it is March Madness. Doc Burdett, get over to YouTube, please. I know you want to hear better. And Doc actually, and congrats on that. Doc said that he has better vision. I'm really glad to hear about that. This is the Ask Captain Jack show. We all are here. Hard to say. And as you guys know, at the beginning, El Rondo, good to see you, brother. And AJ, Raider Reds in the house, baby. I don't want to scream too much because that is definitively Bear territory, and I love the Bear. And I don't want to do the same thing that the Bear does. Love the Bear, and I love when he gets all excited. I'm excited too, but I'm going to try to tone it down. I'll do my yards. That's mine. German Raider, good to see you. Hallelujah. Praise. Thanks for everybody being here. I'm going to make sure that I didn't miss anything over. Yep, nope, not anything so far. So as you know, bottom line up front, got to say it. And I kind of said one of the things as well, but we'll get back to that. NCAA Tournament, watching my Gators. Up by 3 right now. It's very tight, very tight. So hopefully, and Rev, I'm gonna ask for a prayer. I know you're out in Nevada, but give me some love for my Gators. Orange and blue is cool on Saturdays, not on Sundays. Y'all know that. Oh, okay. Oh, you have a free throw, a technical, and you miss it. You've got to be kidding me. Pac-12. We'll see. Raider Homer's in the house too. Yeah, I know, Craig. It's strange. But again, my Gators are close. Up by 4, it looks. But that's the bottom line up front. We've already had an upset. Marquette got bounced today. Don't ask me by who. I don't remember. All I know is that Marquette lost. And I tell you what, Bradley almost beat Michigan State. I actually watched that at work. Not that I would attest to that in a court of law, but that one of the channels that I did get, Bradley. They tell you, they played Michigan State hard. There's going to be some really good games here. Raiders, where I'm making moves. We're going to talk about that in a minute there, Raider Rev. The elder AJ Brayhugh, my Raider Rev. Good to see him. Other things going on. Pittsburgh, Jared, I don't have the phone line in yet, so if you're calling, give me a second. Give me a second, Jared. Let me finish my bottom line. We'll do that. In football news, I know y'all are ready to talk about that. As I told y'all before, Southside Raider Nation watching, thank you there, Randy. As I told y'all before, I told you. Cook was not going to be on the team. I told you John Gruden did not like his presence as a leader. He did not like some of the things going on with him. I told y'all he was not going to be on the team. He was signed by the Saints. I liked him as a player. I mean, he was our offense last year. I got that. But there's other things a brewing, okay? I'm telling you, if Waller keeps his head straight, Smith obviously is the good blocking tight end and outlet receiver, and I'm pretty sure You know, you can go with Carrier. Carrier's a decent tight end. Even old boy, I can't remember his name, Briscoe, or begins with a B. Butler. There you go, Paul Butler. He's pumping up too. Now, hopefully, he ain't pumping up on roids, but he's looking thick too. We got some answers at tight end, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to get some more in the draft. There you go, Al Hardy. Good to see you. Glad you're over there. Chris Lance. Oh, man, I'm sorry, brother. I know, man. It's a bitch. Johnny Cross, come on over to YouTube. Johnny Cross, I know you will, brother. Good to see you. YouTube channel, you get better sound. Better sound on YouTube. So, again, if you're a Cook fan, sorry. But I think we'll be okay at tight end. I know that we're going to get a tight end in the draft. I can guarantee you that, too. Yep. Blocked by a Florida. Oh. See, I'm missing it. Ooh, still up by 233. Thank you for keeping me. Thank you for keeping me in the game while I'm doing this. Now, Justin Houston, for those of you guys and gals, mates and wenches, everybody wanted Justin Houston. He is gone. Signed by the Colts. So Justin Houston is a dream. Serena. Oh, okay. Gruden is making some great decisions. There you go. Yeah, I know, Serena. Hey, Serena, thank you for coming aboard, sweetheart. Thank you. Serena, please go over to YouTube, though, because the sound is a lot better and the cameras are better, too. But thank you for coming aboard, sweetheart. And when you can give me a call as well when I open up the phone line. If you're ready, that'd be good. Always great to hear from Serena. Love my wenches. That's my tagline. Love my wenches. Okay. Now, y'all know that Vontaze Burfict signed Valerie. Love my wenches. Love my Valerie. Love me some Val. That's true. Valerie, come on me, Valerie, come and see me. There you go. I can sing it. Not as good as Stevie Winwood, though. I'll give you that. Raiders did sign Vontaze Burfict, and that's a great signing. We got our middle linebacker. George Oloka was in, and everybody said, of course he's going to sign. He's not signed yet. He is going to Dallas tomorrow, and that's not a good sign. If he wanted to be a Raider, he would have been signed. Getting him out of the building is not a good thing. And, yeah, Chris Donnett knows a beast. The problem with Burfict is this. He's got. If you thought he got a lot of flags in Cincinnati, multiply it by 2. At least. Multiply it by 2. The other thing is, Aloka, I would want to have at safety, but we got to get him back. The Raiders did sign some really good quality people there. Jordan Devey out of Kansas City plays both guard and center, was a very good utility lineman for them. We like to raid from Kansas City. Remember, that's where Rodney Hudson came from. Great lineman there. It's great to have him come aboard. So we're going to – it'll be good. Now, Nevin Lawson, the corner out of Detroit, a lot of good capabilities and potential, but I've heard some good things. I've heard some bad things. So we'll see. It doesn't matter what you've done before. He's out of the 2014 draft. He's relatively young. So we'll see what's going on. And as you know, Vontaze Burfict. And when they signed Burfict, I was like, wow, as long as it went through with AB, but apparently him and AB had it out in a good way, and AB's all on board with that. So having said that, now's the time. I'm turning on the phone line. The phone line is on. Oh, I don't have my sign up. I got to do that. Hang on. I'm sorry. If you don't know the number, there we go. There's a butt shot. I made sure that I had my pants on. There we go. You might not be able to see it. Hopefully you can see it. 813-699-0834. Line is open. Valerie or Serena, come on board. Well, Serena, I will sing to you if you show me a song that is for Serena. I'll make one up, but at least I knew the Valerie song. Henry, good to see you as well. And I will, Serena. You give me a song, I'll sing it. Raider fan for 31. Thank you. Making outstanding also. Thank you, Danny. Everybody that's on Facebook, I love you, but please come to YouTube. Please come to YouTube. Better sound, better picture. 47 seconds left. Are the Gators still winning? Yep, hopefully so. Up by 6. Thank you there, Craig. Line is open. I'm putting back. You have the phone line. You can see the number, kind of, sort of. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. I'm not going to change out of my top until the game is over. I'm, what do you call it? I'm superstitious that way. And you saw my butt. No bare midriff. I'm getting big, and I don't like the big belly. All right, up by 6. 47. Love it. 47. Great. Feeling better. 813-699-0834. Dan, thank you for coming over. I told you. I told everybody. I wouldn't lie. It's better on YouTube. Better sound, better picture. Thank you for coming over, Dan. I would never lie to you. And when I do the videos during the season, it's going to be on YouTube, and they crap out a hell of a lot less. So the Gators are still up. A 3 by Nevada, no good. Rebound by Florida. Outlet pass across the midline, and he's fouled. I can do football. Basketball, I'm not as good by play-by-play, but give me some time, I'll do it. Line is open. Who's calling? Jared was calling. Hopefully he'll call back. I got some number. Valerie, you can call in. Shipmate, president accounted for. Welcome aboard, Ed Winchell. Good to see you, brother. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Who's going to be my first call tonight? Yeah, I'm still watching my Gators. I can. I know that some of the people probably don't want me to sing, but that's just the way it is. Ed Winchell is calling. I can see him over here. Ed Winchell, you are my first call tonight. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I want to make sure the sound quality wasn't the best last night. I swear I can't wait until I get my good boom mics and a bunch of the other things when I go into the new room, but it's better. By the way, if you have not seen the interview with Otis Sistrunk, it was on last night. We're doing these all during the time during Wednesday, so join me on Wednesdays, and we'll be there.
It was an incredible show. I thought you were going to yell at me about all the comments I made.
No, I wasn't yelling. I mean, I love comments. It means that people are involved. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't yell at comments. The only time that there's like anything that's possible is if the comment is kind of like not uncool, like
right, of course.
You know, and I try to watch the swearing. You know, I know I swear, but I'm trying not to.
We all have that problem, Captain.
I got you. So what do you got for me tonight there, Big Ed?
Just wanted to get your thoughts on the rumors that the Raiders are trying to move up. Have you got any word on if that is indeed true?
Well, I tell you what, messages. Danny Meeker. I'm not going to put it because he had a comment that had the F word. I'm just trying. I know. Have I heard the rumors about the Raiders trying to move up? No. But here's the thing. Remember, at this time, everything you hear, you should take with a grain of salt. Everything you hear, take with a grain, because it's just that people are trying to jockey for position. There are ups and downs. Guys are even like, remember, you have the combine, but you also have the individual workouts, and people are going up the board. They're going down the board. So if the word is getting out that the Raiders want to move up, oh, hey, Dan, I'm a retired Chief. I got you, brother. I swear a bunch. I do. I'm not getting on you. I'm just trying to keep it as clean as I can. No worries, shipmate. No worries. Trust me. Your one F-bomb would never, when I get my Tourette's going, it's nothing on me. So, hey, Eric, good to see you, brother. Come on over. Come on over to YouTube. Tim Cruz, good to see you as well. As far, like I said, three big names. Bosa, Quinnen Williams, and Josh Allen. Okay. And those are the big three. And you got to be in the top three to get them. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see the Raiders moving up and giving away too much for one of those picks. Because, again, they held their ground. They got Antonio Brown for a third and a fifth, okay, because they held their ground. Okay, if you want to move up one or two, I'm worried about the cost. I want Josh Allen too, but you know what? If somebody goes for that quarterback that people usually go for, then one of those guys is going to be available. And honestly, out of that group of three, in this order for me, if I'm picking, Josh Allen number one for me, Quinnen Williams number two for me, and I don't want Nick Bosa, but he'd be the third pick if we have to pick one. And that's why I really want to want to move down.
That makes sense. I mean, where do we address in your mind our quarterback situation?
Well, I think that they are going to do this with the fact that they're going to pick somebody in the later rounds, I believe. Now, I tell you, Bucky Brooks had it that they said that we're going to go for Locke out of Missouri. Do not want Locke. I'm an SEC guy. Do not want Locke. He's going to bust out just like Blaine Gabbert. I'm telling you. In my mind, he's going to bust out. I don't want Drew Locke, okay? If I want a quarterback, I want the kid from Duke or I want the kid from Buffalo.
Yeah. Right. You keep saying you like guys from Duke.
Yeah, I want the kid from Duke, but I think he might be gone. The guy from Buffalo that Tommy Beard is very high on, he seems like a good prototypical guy as well. Oh, Patrick from Baltimore, thanks for coming aboard, Patrick. Go over to YouTube, Patrick, please. Come on over to YouTube. And Dan Meeker likes him too. What now? Is there somebody that you're really got a hard on for there, Ed? Quarterback wise?
No.
This ain't the year.
No. I mean, we have so many weak areas, starting with the lines, that if they can't protect them by getting another quarterback.
Well, here's the thing, though. At least the Raiders have been in the offseason. They've addressed the line. Picked up good. They picked up the other guy whose name escapes me. I can't remember. He was the guard. They picked up good, and the other guard. They picked up the guy today, Devy. They're addressing the line. A lot of these guys. So, they're going to make sure that the line is there. No, I don't know, Mad Cowboy. No Locke from Mizzou. I hope that's just a bunch of BS. I hope it's BS. But he wants to, David, he wants us to go to YouTube. Graders, hey, thanks. Gators won. If y'all don't mind, I'll put a poll out, okay? I know what the answer is going to be, but if you want me to put on, I got my hat on. But I am wearing my Gator shirt, but, that's just the way it is. And, Eric, thanks for coming over. I tell you, everybody come over. It's better experience. Go ahead there, Ed. Oh, by the way, if you want to knock Ed out, Oh, I'm going to give him another minute because I was kind of flapping my gums at the beginning. Ed's got at least another minute. But if you want to knock Ed out, the number is 813-734. But give him about another minute. Go ahead, Ed.
Have you heard any interesting rumors before we go into the draft next month at all?
Nothing other than, like I said, moving up. I heard that we wanted to move to the number one pick. I think that's a bunch of BS. In fact, I think that if the Cardinals really want Kyler Murray, we'll get one of those top three if the Cardinals get Kyler Murray. And I'm hoping they do.
Right.
And if the Giants want
to somebody,
sir,
they sure need someone.
Yeah. And they've been shopping Rosen. And you know what? I feel kind of bad for Josh Rosen because I tell you, there was a quarterback that played for Southern Mississippi that played 1 year for a system that was really awful. And then very next year, he was traded to the Green Bay Packers. You guys know who Brett Favre is. And that's kind of like what I think the Cardinals are doing with Josh Rosen. The fact that he's been there for 1 year. He had a horrendous offensive line. He wasn't really given the chance. And if they get rid of him, they might be getting rid of a really good quarterback. You know, I mean, I'll be honest, he's not the most personable guy, but you know what? He's a good quarterback. Coming over, Pat. Appreciate it.
He never was personable, but I'll tell you, on the football field, he's very personable. I was down at UCLA for his 4 years.
Okay.
And he may not be, entertainment-wise or to the people side of football, very talkative or very comfortable or really open up to all of us. But as far as on the football field, he's a good leader. The players trust him.
No, actually,
what they did at UCLA, I don't know what it's like at Arizona.
Well, what I meant was, and I'll be very honest here. What I meant was, per people that knew him in college. And again, I didn't know him in college. This is hearsay. I'm telling you it's hearsay. But information was that he was a prick. Best way to say it. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. He did come from some money, so maybe it was one of those things. We'll see. But I don't care. You need a prick on the football field. I just don't want one that's going to be a prick all the time.
No. But I think you'll be interested if Arizona goes after Murray or some of these people at number one.
Yeah. And I tell you, if Murray goes number one, I can almost guarantee that maybe somebody else is going to get that flame on their butt to move up to pick up whoever they want as number two. The Raiders were actually working out Haskins at the Ohio State Pro Day. So maybe there's some interest there, But I tell you, if I'm at 4 and Murray went in one of the top 3, so that means one of the big 3 dropped, I'm getting one of those guys. But if somebody really wants somebody real bad, then they're going to want to jump up. Maybe the Raiders, if they're sitting at 4, maybe somebody wants to jump up with us, give us a 1, swap ones, maybe give us a 1 next year or a 2 next year. Give us something. I'd rather see that because there's so much good talent in this first round. We've already got 3 picks. So I'm going to be greedy. I want to maybe move down, get some more picks in the second round, maybe get a 1 next year. I don't know. I just want to see it. But if Josh Allen is on the board at 4, I want Josh Allen. Okay. If Quinnen Williams is on the board, even though we are really set at defensive tackle right now, I'd take Quinnen Williams. Mm-hmm. But if Bosa's on the board at 4, I just don't like Nick Bosa, but that's me. If you want to knock out Ed, number is right there, 813-699-0834. I love the comments, but call in. It's a lot easier to talk. What else you got for me there, Ed?
Oh, yeah. Well, I just wanted to thank you for having notice on last night. It's sure good to hear from one of the regional Raiders. And he's as good as they come. I'll tell you, with Hendricks, everybody back in the 70s. I mean, it's been a long time since we won the Super Bowl.
Right.
What has it been, since 84? 84?
What? The 84. Yeah, it was January 84.
That's too long.
Yeah, been way too long. Been way too long.
It's way too long.
Yeah.
We got to do something about it. And I think that we're getting the pieces together, and I think this year's going to be a great year. I can't wait to see what happens. Now, let me ask you a quick question. You're not going to get season tickets out here, are you?
I'm not going to get season tickets?
Or are you getting them?
That was actually, I forgot to mention that. I called the Raiders today, and I said, hey, what's up with my season tickets? I haven't heard anything. And this was directly stated to me. The fact that they said that we have not officially been granted Oakland Coliseum as of right now. That's what they told me. He said it's not. He said it's not official yet. It's not official. So,
interesting.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Official last week.
Well, the vote to go there was official. From the committee, but as far as it being official, and this is from the Raider ticket office, it's not official yet. So,
right. So if that's the case, then they're not selling any tickets.
Bingo. They're not selling tickets yet.
That's incredible. And before you know it, in April or May, we're going to spring training.
April, May, what? Comes on. Ed?
What, Cat?
I said,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to let you go. You've been on for 15, brother. I love talking to you, partner.
Thank you, partner. Good chatting with you too, and talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you there, Ed.
Thank you.
All right, that's my boy, Ed Winchell. Love talking to Ed. Love talking to Ed. And by the way, and yeah, you guys got it right. It's a smoke screen. Rocky Miller, thank you for coming aboard. Love you, brother. Go to YouTube, please. Better sound, better sound, better sound. I'm letting you know that. Ryan Down, same thing. Love hearing from you. Thanks for coming over. Go to YouTube, please. People, you guys that are commenting, you're right. Smoke screen, it's a bunch of posturing. And Pat Sullivan said it, or Sutherland, I'm sorry. You know, AB came over here because him and Carr have a good rapport. And that's for this year. But I'll tell you this. Next year is the year to get a quarterback to understudy for Derek Carr. And I really think that that's going to happen next year. But that Carr is going to be here for a little bit. But I think the Raiders are going to draft a quarterback next year. They might draft a developmental quarterback this year. Maybe something good will happen with him. But I just don't see a lot of things going on. And you guys are on tap, man. You guys are right on tap. Nothing but attention to get some more picks, better chance. You got it. Chris has got it. Patrick has got it. Jerry White, you're almost as old as me. A little younger. And Nasser Adderley, yeah. The 20, okay, let me go back. The 24-27 pick, I tell you, I like Josh Jacobs. I do. Good call on that. But here's the thing. Yeah, he'll probably wind up in Kansas City if they go that far. But I think that Josh Jacobs might be gone by the time we pick at 24. Yeah, and Christian, the kid from Herbert, I believe is his name, next year. Herbert next year. Tua next year. I like the kid from Georgia. If I want a quarterback next year, I want Fromm. I haven't seen enough of Herbert. I'll admit that I'm biased on Fromm's. I'm an SEC guy, and I've seen a bunch of them. I haven't seen a lot of Herbert. So if you're going to talk to me about who I want based on who I've seen, I'll take Fromm over Tua. I know that my ladies out, you know, XO, Stabler XO will not like that I'm picking, excuse me, I'm picking over a Bama quarterback. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. But I just think that Jake Fromm is a better quarterback. Tua is a good quarterback. But I like an 813-699 here to YouTube. Thank you for this is where it's going to be during the season. When I do my shows after the game, it's going to be here on YouTube. And I loved everybody coming over during the season. It was great. But I tell you, with the way the Facebook was after the season, you know, it's not very reliable. Not reliable. So come on over to YouTube. It's better. Kit Kat. Or actually commenting. Kit Kat, who's on Facebook, she's watching from Saudi Arabia. International audience. Kit Kat, Toblerone from Saudi Arabia. Kit Kat, if you can, go to YouTube. I'm not sure. I know you're on Facebook, honey. But if you can, go to YouTube. And how long do I keep my beard? Probably, I was going to cut it. But because I was supposed to be doing some engagements here, I was supposed to. It was for the engagements, and my stylist, she cuts it for me. She likes it long, and you know, if your stylist likes it a certain way, she's going to make you look good. I hope y'all like it. I mean, it is a little bit long for me. I kind of look like a Sharia clerk or cleric, I should say. But Dottie Bell from Kansas City. Good to see you, sweetie. Dottie, come over to YouTube, honey. Better sound, I swear. Better sound on YouTube. Dottie Bell from KC. Good to see you, sweetie. Missing my long beard. What? You had a long beard? Okay. Yeah, and Chris Donnet also it says, remember, we're set at receiver. Okay, Antonio Brown, Terrell Williams. Okay, would have been nice to see Jordy, but I tell you, I'm really liking what we got with Marcel Aitman. I swear, I loved Marcel Aitman last year. I was upset. I was afraid that he wasn't going to make the team, and that we were going to throw him on the practice squad, and somebody was going to rip him from us. He went to the practice squad, and then when we had room for him, we had some injuries. We brought him up, and I was so happy because I see a lot of good things from him. The guy just does not drop passes. So I'm glad. Marcel Aitman, obviously, you know, we got number 10, Seth Roberts. Seth is hanging by a thread, though. I'm not sure if he's going to be around. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a receiver this year. I know that Antonio Brown probably wants us to get his cousin. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see who else we got. Raider Neal, thank you for coming aboard. You're a little late. I got you. And by the way, Neil, thank you for subscribing. Go to YouTube. As you know, better sound on YouTube. Dottie Bell, please, if you can, sweetheart, go to YouTube. Extremely happy about the AB. Gary Lund, yes, we're all happy about it. Gary Lund, please go to YouTube, sir. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. That's the place to be. Wow. Yeah, you know, Chris, honestly, I was actually I'm in a government job, but I'm not a government employee. I'm a contractor. If I was a government employee, I probably wouldn't have the beard this long. It's a matter of looks. It's a matter of looks. I agree. I had to chop my beard. I had to chop my hair before. Obviously, in the military, my hair wasn't this long. I didn't have the beard, but I'm indulging because it's the Captain Jack persona. Now I can probably like maybe cut this in half so that it maybe be about like this long. It's about like to here, and I think it would still look good. But for right now, I'm going to keep it long. I mean, we are getting into the summer, or actually, we're not even in the. I think technically we're in spring now, but when it gets really hot, you know, it becomes a real pain in the butt here in Florida. So that's just the way it is. Got a line open, 813-699-0834. Line is open, and thank you for calling in, Ed. In fact, I'm going to let my boy Jared, because Jared was calling earlier. I'm going to let him know that it should be ready for him to dial in. Wow, she's in a relationship. Did not see that happening. Just on looking at Facebook. Okay. Call into the show. And I tell you, if you are ready, Miss Valerie, if Valerie comes back, I love to see from Valerie. I love Serena. She's still here. I love my Raiderettes. You think we're going to make any more? Yeah. I tell you what, though, I want to see, and I want to see where we are at against the cap, how much money we have. Because remember, you need about $10 million for your rookie signings. Okay, you need about $10 million for your rookie signings. So you got to keep that. And I think the last I checked, I don't know what these new contracts for, Lawson and DV. Perfect, I know got a 1 year at 5. I don't know what the other ones are. We obviously, if you want to know, go to Spot Track. About 20 million or so. Yeah, that sounds about right. But you know what? Probably less, Chris, because we had about 25 million, and that was before we signed Perfect. Okay. Pat, I got that with the 3 number ones. But remember, we don't have a 3 and a 5. So it all kind of evens out. Yeah, the 3 number ones are gonna be critical mass. But I think with not having the 3rd and the 5th, it might drop it down a bit. I'd say on the high side, maybe we should need 12. Probably 12 million would be good. So let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Going back over, not over there. But yeah, good thinking. I said, remember they told you that when you went to math class and you would never use it later on in life. They were lying. They knew that when we were going to talk about sports, we would have to go to Spot Track and know what the numbers are and how much we're over and under the cap. We would need that. Also, the fact is that in baseball, for the luxury tax, and by the way, if you're talking money, oh my God, and you guys know I'm a Phillies fan. Here you go. I'm gonna get my shirt. There he is. Bryce Harper, who's already on the day-to-day with a he got hit by a pitch. But they're like, wow, Bryce Harper, man, $330 million. And Trout just blew him away with the California Angels paying $430 for Mike Trout. If you stick around long enough, things go and happen, and you're not going to be the richest kid on the block anymore. So for Bryce Harper, for Mike Trout, I wish we could make that kind of money. Maybe like the Powerball's tonight, right? I didn't get a ticket, and it's close to 10 o'clock. I won't be able to get one. So hopefully the Powerball won't hit tonight, and I'll be able to get a ticket. So when I get, 230, 300 million, I'll be able to spend it the way I want. Yeah, I got you. Baseball is the sport. And for the most part, you don't get wrecked. Wow, now they're coming through. These are good comments. Spot Track showing us having about 26. 2 we just signed. Don't believe either one of those over 2 or 3. Yeah, I figure we'll probably hit about 20 million. Nobody won. Okay, thanks, Chris. at that quality for 12 years, he ain't going to play. Yeah, I got you. I got you. And that was the one thing I said, about these contracts. I love the players that are signing them. Raider James, welcome over to Facebook. Please go to YouTube. Better sound, better quality, better video. It's fool's gold is the fact that these people that are hi Kit Kat's over here. Thank you for coming over, Kit Kat. My lady from Saudi Arabia is here. Inshallah, she will be here as many times as she's available. What was I saying? Oh, about the contracts. They're bad. They're bad money. Wow. Yeah, the Giants. No, actually, the Giants were after Harper. The Dodgers didn't give him enough. Actually, the Dodgers had a better deal on the table, and it was probably would have been better for Bryce Harper to play out in L.A. And this is a Phillies fan saying it, but he wanted the long-term deal. He wanted to make sure that when he, hung up the cleats, he was staying in one spot for a long time, and he got that in Philadelphia. Remember, line is open, 813-699-0834. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Chris, you can come aboard. Neil, always great. Christian, Worthington, and Patrick. Great to have y'all here. Valerie, if she's still out there. Serena, if she's here. Traveling to the Philippines. Oh, well, be safe, sweetheart. Be safe going to the Philippines. Jimmy Farrell is coming aboard in just a second. Jimmy Farrell, how you doing, brother? What's going on in the hockey world? Identify him because I know Jimmy Farrell. Okay, I said for those that don't know who your team is, you're gonna have to let folks know that you're an Islanders fan so they know who you're.
Who's bit tonight? Who's at 4-0.
Who are they?
Now that got Carolina lost. Huh?
Who'd they play?
They played Montreal, and I knew they were going to lose.
Well, but Montreal is fighting for that spot, and I tell you, Montreal wiped the floor with the Flyers the other night. The Islanders, I saw them being a tough out, but again, I'm telling you, and you're not going to like hearing this, Jimmy. It's a one and done for you guys. I think you're going to go through the first round. I think you'll go through the first round okay, but you're out after the first round.
But it's going to be the same garbage for this team. We're going to lose the division now. Washington wins tomorrow. And then Pittsburgh's on up. And then we're going to be in the first round. We're going to lose home field for the first. And we're going to lose the first round again. And this whole season will be a wash. I mean, I don't want to make excuses. The team is a little banged up right now. But they're at a point that they just don't score. Barzell's still not scoring. I don't know what's in his head. I don't know what the hell is going on with him. He couldn't score tonight. I turned it off. I didn't even know Bryce, the Bryce on there. I had no idea. I'm just so disgusted. They scored the first power play, like 3 or 4 seconds left in the first period. It was 1-0, and then you went to the second period and quickly they scored a second goal. I'm just so disgusted with this team. I just don't understand what is going on with this team, really.
Well,
maybe
Jim,
they'll turn it up in the playoffs. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, Jimmy. Now, what your problem is, it's twofold. And you said it yourself. They're not scoring enough, and they're letting too many in. Your goalies, like you said, they scored 4 goals tonight. You guys didn't score any, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now granted, they're going against the Canadians have a really great goalie in Price. I get that. But you guys have got to start scoring more. And I really think, and you're not going to like me saying it, I really think that you guys letting Tavares go was the worst thing the Islanders did for that team.
You can't. Let me tell you about that story. This dope, this jerk, first said he was going to stick with the team, okay, and then he waits to trading deadline. Says, "Yeah, I want to stay." I said, and then after the trading deadline was over, goes, "Oh, I don't want to. I'm not going to resign." I mean, what kind of crap is that?
Well, but that's
does that?
That's the modern athlete.
That's what he did.
That's the modern athlete. He was waiting for the Islanders basically to bid against themselves, because it was either the Islanders or he went to the Leafs, right?
Yeah. That's
okay.
Where he wanted to go.
Right.
You know what? What did he say before the trade on what's the team? They don't want to understand. They would have got draft picks out. We got nothing for him.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I really think that. I mean, the season's not over yet. They got a bit. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he would get along with. I tell you one thing, Barzell and Tavares didn't get along with each other.
Yeah, well,
when Tavares came to the Coliseum, Barzell didn't even like. You know how they take the stick and they hit it on the ice. You know, like they were congratulating him.
Yeah.
Barzell didn't do that. He didn't even look at him because, I heard, the two of them didn't really get along together.
Right.
But that's besides the point. I don't know. This team is driving me to drink tonight, really. I mean, I knew they weren't going to win, but 4-0. I mean, come on. Can you guys at least show up? I mean, Boychuk is hurt. I'm telling you, Boychuk is not playing. This is a different team.
One second, Jimmy. It's one of those announcements. If you want to knock out Jimmy Farrell, because he has been on for 5 minutes, there's the number, 813-699-0834. Not that I don't like Jimmy Farrell, but I just need to let folks know, 813-699-0834. Go ahead there, Jimmy.
There is, 8 games left. Hopefully Washington goes tomorrow. It'll be 3 points out of first. I still believe that it's going to come down to this game against Washington, and hopefully we'll be tied with them.
Yeah.
Because the only way we're going to move it to later rounds if we get a first round, home field in the first round, possibly the second round. But the way things going now, it's not looking good.
I was going to say, I actually, and I told you this before, I thought that you guys were not going to have a problem in the first round. I'm not saying this to piss you off, but I'm taking that back. Yeah. I think that.
Yeah. Well, where was supposed to be really anyway? I predict this team to be last, honestly.
Well, but no.
It was down when the full season started when they left it. They left it to there.
Well, the thing is that obviously you had enough to make the playoffs, but you didn't have enough to sustain, and that's why I said. It didn't matter anyway, because you're going to lose in the second round. You might lose in the first round the way it's looking right now, but you're not going to beat the Capitals. You're not beating the Penguins. You're not beating the Lightning, and you're not beating the Bruins.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, if they get the plays, I still believe they could beat the Penguins. I mean, the Penguins are not this juggernaut like they used to be.
True, but I think they're better than the Islanders in a 7-game series.
Well, it depends. If the Islanders have home field, I think they could beat them. If they don't, no. I don't think they're going to beat Pittsburgh if the Islanders don't get home field.
Right.
But that's the key. The key is to get up at least the home field the first round, and we'll see what happens in the second round. So I don't know. I'm just this is I'm your psychiatrist, and you're venting. You're venting. I gotta worry about Carolina now. I mean, the way it's going, they could flip out a wild card, and all this, they're like first place. They'd be a wash if they lost, a home field. They have to go to a wild card. I don't even want to think about that.
If you want to knock out Jimmy Farrell, 813-699-0834. If you want to knock him out, because he's on. Oh wow, man! Jimmy, you've been on for almost 10 minutes, brother.
Wow, that's a record.
Yeah. They normally knock you out by now.
Yeah. Well, Tommy Beard's probably sleeping somewhere, maybe.
Well, Tommy Beard, he was telling me that he had his Kane show. and that was last night, and he was like ready from that as well. But I don't think he's doing his canes tonight. He's probably watching the tournament. I'm dressed. I don't know whether you were here from the jump, but I'm dressed in my Gators colors because my Gators were there. And
my St. John's spit the bit last night, and I knew they were going to lose. And Nevada, what did Nevada do? Did they win? Did they lose? I don't know.
Who?
They were coming. Nevada.
No, the Gators beat Nevada. They beat them. They beat them by at least. It was like at least 6 points the last time I checked. But I know that they won. I know that they won.
Well, now I have nobody to root for. Notre Dame. Or I have the hockey tournament. I can root for Notre Dame. They will reach the Frozen Four.
Well, there you go. So, and the Frozen Four is coming up. Was it like in about 2 weeks?
2 weeks. April, I think 11th, 12th, 13th, something like that in Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So.
Hey, Jimmy. One last comment, then I'm gonna let you go. Make it your best.
Okay. I'm hearing rumors that Gruden likes this quarterback from Missouri. I hope they don't draft him because they, if they draft him, it's going to look bad for Carr. Carr's going to not take that lightly.
No.
Maybe they get him in the second round, but I doubt it. But because they say he's really NFL ready.
No, and I'll tell you, that would be. I'm gonna answer this off, and I thank you for calling, Jimmy. Always good talking hockey with you, brother.
Okay, take care.
All right, that was Jimmy Farrell. That's my hockey bud, Jimmy Farrell, lamenting about his Islanders. And I'm gonna answer, like I said, Jimmy was talking about the Raiders picking up Drew Lock. God, I hope not. And thank you there, Neil. Appreciate the props for the interview with Otis. Remember, if there are guys that you want me to interview, if you have something, if you know somebody, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. But Drew Lock from Missouri, God, I hope not. I hope not, because I've seen enough of him that I think he's going to bust just like Blaine Gabbert. I just don't think he's going to be a really good quarterback. Greg, I mean, he's kind of reminds me of Gabbert. He reminds me of Chad Henne. He reminds me of who are those other quarterbacks that drafted high that were shitty. Yeah, that's my cuss word of the night. I just don't want him. And what I actually hope, is that the Broncos get him. As of right now, Chris, yeah, Peterman is our backup. But I think, and y'all are probably going to kill me for this, I think that Blake Bortles might end up being our backup, because unless he signed with the Rams, and I don't think he did. If he signed with the Rams, I missed it. But if Blake Bortles is still out there, I think he might be our backup. That's just a feel. Right now, I know, yuck. I get it. Well, Bortles signed with the Rams. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about it then. But there's a quarterback out there. I'm not sure who it is. We don't know who it is yet. But there's a quarterback out there. I'll do this later. Oh, I hope I didn't ruin the thing. Okay, good. Got it there. Want to make sure I didn't lose my Facebookers as well. If you're on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Please, come on over to YouTube. Chester Calica, please, thank you for coming aboard. Joe Parra, thank you for coming aboard. Come on over to YouTube. Bortles. Actually, that's a good signing for Bortles and the Rams, because he's NFL ready. Obviously, he has what? If they need to plug and play with the Rams, it's not a bad decision. I mean, the Rams have got a really good offensive line. They got weapons at the receivers, which he never had in Jacksonville. Okay. He has a really good running back in Todd Gurley. And I know he had Leonard Fournette in Jacksonville, but Fournette is not durable. I know Gurley got hurt last year, and Gurley has had a history of injuries, but they got other things behind him. I think that's a good pickup for the Rams. I think that the Raiders' backup quarterback is still out there. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Chris, come on in, call up. What about Mark Sanchez? Wow. No. Is that easy enough for you? Mark Sanchez? No. Do not want Mark Sanchez. Hey, Fernando. Good to see from you, brother. Fernando, come on over to YouTube. It's better sound quality, brother. Good to see you, Fernando. Come on over to YouTube. The line is up there. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Come on over to YouTube. Subscribe. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We've been on almost an hour. Had 2 calls, Ed and Jimmy. And thank you for calling in, both of them. Oh, okay. I get it, Chris. I apologize. I remember seeing that. Neil, you can call in. Craig? Nobody is worth that much. I think we have about 10. Oh, is you talking about 10 million under the cap, Craig? I think we have about 20. Who else is out there? Kit Kat, again, if you're still watching Kit Kat, be safe in your trip back to the Philippines. Christian and Patrick, maybe if they're still here. Silver and Black Cracker. Yeah, I know. You're talking about Carr. Hopefully he's still our quarterback, but you know what? Stuff happens. If you're still here, make me a comment. So I know you're still in the building. I think right now I know Chris is still here. Neil, I think, is still here. And I think Craig is still here. And Ed Winchell, I think, is still here. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We're on 59 minutes. And hopefully we'll get a call. I gave you the spiel. There's things to talk about. Oh, okay. Planning your Florida vacation. Okay, thank you there, Patrick. Thank you for thank you for telling me you're there. Planning your Florida vacation. I'm here in Tampa. Where are you going to, Patrick? I'm in Tampa area. So if you come by here, if the room gets done, I can't wait to have the room done. Fernando, come on over to YouTube, brother. I can't wait to show everybody coming through Tampa. Well, yeah, give me a call. Be good to see you. This way you can say, hey, we met that old hairy bastard. If I'm not at work or something, it'd be good to see you. Where are you coming from, Patrick? Where are you at now? In fact, like I said, anybody that comes through Florida, it's good to see people. Oh, you met New York? Oh, okay. You live in Baltimore. Okay. Well, thanks. I meet a lot of people. I apologize. I don't remember everybody, so it's apologies there. But I enjoy seeing people and meeting everybody, but I can't remember everybody. It's not. Please don't take it personally. Just got with my advanced. I don't say my advanced stage, but when I get into doing other things, there's so much I can keep on board the noggin. Okay, we are at over an hour. It's always good talking to everybody. And when you come through Tampa, good to come on through and see you. De facto president, Raider Nation of Baltimore. Okay. Well, cool. Who else is? Fernando is here. I told everybody. I keep telling people way better sound. It is. Way better sound, way better picture. Thanks for coming aboard, Fernando. And sign up. If you're here, sign up. Subscribe to the channel. When I go on, you'll know about it. And like I said, the way the shows are right now, And I'm telling you, it's not going to be every Thursday if there's really nothing to talk about Raider-wise. Definitely going to the Skyway to do some fishing. Okay, cool. If I'm available on a weekend, I'll try to come on out. There's only so much time I have. You know, keeping up with this stuff is a bit. You know, I only have so much time, and I got, you know, the house to do and my job and all the other things. So if I can, that is good fishing down off the Skyway. Just don't jump. I'm just saying, just don't jump, because they're very particular about that. Very, very popular place to do stupid shit. Also, and I'm not saying for you, Patrick, they're the trial locally. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. A father threw their young, I know it was a young child. I can't remember what age, threw him off the Skyway Bridge. The trial, they've gone through 300 people so far. They haven't found one to sit on the jury yet. It's wild. And, you know, blessings to that child that lost his life. Such a pity. Playoffs for sure, maybe further. I'm a glass half empty person. I should, and this is funny, I could be like you think I'd be from Missouri, because Missouri is the show me state, right? It all looks good on paper. It all looks good on paper, but until you play the games, you don't know what you got. Okay? Hey, Kendall, thanks for coming aboard. Always good to have everybody here. Yep, we're on the 10 o'clock hour. Hopefully we'll pick up some more people out west. Remember that Dan Snyder of the Redskins put together that all-star roster. For years and years and years, they would get a bunch of players. They would pay them up the wazoo, big contracts, and they had all-star rosters, and nothing happened. Nothing. It was a bunch of money down the drain. A couple years ago, the Eagles had that dynamic roster. Remember all those players that they signed? It was supposed to be the best team from ever. And they did nothing. They ended up getting rid of the coach, Kelly. They ended up getting rid of a bunch of their stars. Okay. They shipped the one running back off to Buffalo. They got the one running back from Dallas who was a good north-south runner, and they made him into like a scat back type of thing where he would shift his feet. He's not in his element there. It looks good on paper, but until you play the game, it's just a bunch of paper. Jason Miller, thanks for coming aboard. Pamela, love to see you, darling. Love my wenches. Pamela, if you can, please go over to YouTube. It's better sound quality. Jason, go over to YouTube as well. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. And while you're there, please subscribe so you know when I'm coming aboard. Gruden has me doubting him. Now, why, Fernando? Why are you doubting Gruden? I look at it this way, okay? At least with Mayock there as his general manager, he has somebody to bounce ideas off of that I think in such a way to say, you know what, John, you're full of, you know what, or, you know, he could verbally knock him upside the head and say, what the hell are you thinking? Okay. The decisions that the Raiders have made this offseason, I don't think there's been a bad decision at all. Okay. Getting Antonio Brown for a third and a fifth is wonderful. Picking up Vontaze Burfict on a 1-year show me deal, one year at $5, great. Picking up Terrell Williams as that second wide receiver to open up the defense, to blow the top off the defense, great. Okay. Yeah, we lost Cook, but I told y'all weeks ago we were going to lose Cook. As long as Gruden has somebody that's going to tell him what is good, what is bad, Vince would tell. Hey, Vince, come on over to YouTube. Good to see you, brother. Vince, I'm not going to be on Facebook all the time. Trying to grab everybody over to YouTube. Everybody over to YouTube. Great. Did we pay too much for Trent Brown? Not really, Mike. When you look at what the market was for a left tackle, it was a high price. I give you that. But in the marketplace for what a left tackle goes for, no. I think it was a fair deal. We definitely needed an upgrade at left tackle. I think that I think it was good. Yeah, and I agree, Patrick. Right on, straight up. Aitman is kind of like the a bigger version if he puts on some weight. Remember John Madsen, who wasn't going to make the – and I did an interview with him. John is a great guy. But, you know, he wasn't going to make it as a wide receiver. But I tell you, Aitman has the type of build that Waller has, but except he's a little bit skinnier, but he's tall, and he can fill out. As long as he doesn't lose a lot of speed, and I don't think he will, Aitman might be that kind of like that breed wide receiver tight end. And that'll be a good thing. And like I said, when you have to spend money on your left tackle, you're going to have to give him some money. Line is open. If you guys want to talk to me, 813-699-0834. Do you think we draft Josh Allen if he's there? If he's there, yeah. You think a Sweat? I think that Sweat is kind of like the guy that played for Carolina a couple years ago. Vince Wittell is calling in. Vince, what took you so long, brother? Good to hear from you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm just in San Jose right now, staying in a hotel, getting ready for March Madness tomorrow for those games.
Well, I'm dressed in my Gator orange and blue, and I told people I was going on to the show. I was watching it. I wasn't jinxing my Gators. I'm wearing my Raiders hat, so it's not like I'm not out of uniform. I got my Raider lanyards on, and
you got your Raiders hat on.
I got it, but
Gators,
but I
did beat Nevada, which I almost went to.
Yep. Well, sorry, but we'll see. We'll see if they can beat.
I picked the Gators to win that game because Nevada was a little bit inconsistent the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. No, I mean, I mean, the Gators I knew had at least one win in them. Hopefully two.
They earned their way.
Well, they should have beat. And if the officials didn't make such a chicken shit non-call, they could have beat Auburn and gone to the SEC finals. And that was such a chicken shit non-call. So I've dropped the S-bomb a couple times tonight. Apologies, but that's just the way it is. I hate when the officials swallow their whistle at the very end and say, "Well, it's the very end of the game. We're not going to call the fouls." You got to. You got to call a foul is a foul, whether it's in the first minute of the game or the last minute of the game. If it's a foul, it's a foul.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys should have went to the SEC finals.
Well, they earned their way into the tourney. I was very happy for that. I don't know who. I haven't seen a bracket. So I don't know who they got next. And yeah, Chris.
He's the winner of Michigan and Montana.
Ooh, okay. So Michigan's playing right now. That's probably going to be Michigan. I don't see Montana getting past Michigan. Yeah, Michigan's blowing them out, 21-6. So yeah, it's going to be Michigan. But so what do you got for me there, Vince?
Yeah, I mean. I actually been happy with some of these moves. Of course, I had my skeptics of like the AB signing and the Vontaze Perfect signing,
But, you know, we got AB for cheap, and then you got, as you said, Vontaze Burfict for only $5 million in 1 year.
Right, right. And I tell you what, he's going to bring the nastiness that Romanowski used to be there. He was the enforcer. He was the.
That's right, because I had that same skeptic when I was in high school.
Yeah. I mean, you hate Romo when he's playing for somebody else. You love him when he's playing for your team. And Burfict has been a Raider in thought, mind, and spirit of the way he's played for years and years. He's the guy that gets all the personal fouls. I'm telling you, whatever he did for personal fouls this year, double it, because he's going to have twice as many, not because of him doing it twice as many times, but the officials giving him twice as many personal fouls because of where he's playing.
Yeah.
And
the only thing is that even a questionable call will get him suspended because he's had it. And also, if he's not suspended, we gotta help him avoid concussions if he can. Yeah,
and see, that's the thing that, and I have a my boss. Actually, I kind of feel like I'm was it Office Space? It says I have like 5 bosses. I really do. I have like 5 bosses. I have my immediate supervisor and her immediate supervisor and her immediate supervisor. Then Jesse, who works for I can't remember what the other guy's name is. Oh, and I forgot Travis. So there's about 5 or 6. It's one of those things about I had a point. Damn it, I lost my point. What were we talking about? Do I need to talk about bosses? Shoot.
Like Burfict. I don't want to talk about Burfict.
Oh, yeah. My civilian boss. Thank you. Thank you for. I appreciate you getting me back online. He's a Bengals fan, and he came up to me the other day. He says, "So Jay, are they gonna sign Burfict?" I said, "Well, if he passes medical." And I said, those 7 concussions really, really scare me. And he told me this, and again, he's a Bengals fan. He says he remembers one play where Burfict just laid this guy out, hit him so hard, but then he went to the ground and he was on his back and he was grabbing at his face mask and shaking, okay? Because he hit the guy so hard that his brain was just blowing up inside that helmet. And that makes me believe that there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And again, I'm going to knock wood. I don't want to do it with the camera on because I don't want to knock off. The last time I knocked wood on camera, the camera went off. But here I'm knocking wood so I don't hit my camera, so that I don't screw up the broadcast.
I got wood desk right here. I'll knock for you.
Thank you. I mean, one Vontaze he's a great player when he's online, and as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, we'll be good to go. Vince, yep, you got your 6 minutes.
5 minutes, right?
You got it.
All right, man.
Hey, call in again and come see me again, Vince. All right, that's. Well, I'm sorry, Vince. I apologize. I cut Vince off at the very end. Apologies, Vince. It was definitely not meant to be. Jared, where were you, brother? You called in and then you went away for a while. What's going on?
How you doing, Captain Jack? Not too bad, actually. I'm watching March Madness right now. I've been running around the evening and watching the tournament mostly.
Well, who you watching? I got on the Michigan game. I'm probably going to find something else. Well, I was watching my Gators, which is why I'm dressed like this. And
yeah, I had Nevada tonight in my pool. However, I had Nevada. That was one of my picks today. I got busted a little bit today with Belmont, and I also got New Mexico State. However, and Louisville scorched me too. But I'm watching Wolford and Seton Hall. Wolford is up 15 on Seton Hall right now, 13-18.
What channel is that on?
CBS.
Okay, that's easy. I don't have to worry about the TBS or the other things. CBS, I know, is channel 10 on.
Yep.
There we go. So there we go.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh, Syracuse and Baylor. I don't know, man. I might have to try. I might have to go over to Vince's channel. Vince, you keep me up on what's going on with Syracuse and forth. What? So you said that you picked the obviously you picked Marquette.
No, I took Murray State. I took Missouri State today. However, I took Nevada. I took New Mexico State. I took Louisville. Those are some like big bracket busters. However, and a couple of them came through for me, but I should be okay. However, I just went Michigan to win. Michigan State, but Syracuse, I'll tell you what, they were down by as many as 10 at one point, and they came rallying back. However, I mean, they're without one of their bigger guns tonight. Boeheim had to suspend him indefinitely with the team, so go figure.
You know, I'll be honest. I didn't look at a bracket because I've been busy. You guys that know, with the remodeling that we're doing with the big studio room, which has kind of been put on the side, but we also remodeled our living room, our bedroom, and then eventually it moved into the kitchen and the dining room and the hallway, and getting it ready for the guys in the morning. I've been staying up night and moving things and getting things ready for them, and then when they're gone at night, I come back and I try to move things. I mean, I've been very busy. I mean, so I haven't had a chance to, I said, screw it. I'm not going to do a bracket because by the time I would have got to it, it was today. And I'm like, I'm not doing it without doing any research. I can Christmas tree it, but I want to at least give some positive thought to it. And you know what? I don't care anyway. I don't care. I just want to see the great games that you're going to get in March. I don't care who it is, but I want to see some good games. I want to see some upsets. I want to see Duke not win, personal. Yeah. I UNC over Duke any day of the week. And I know that I'm an SEC guy, but I love the Tar Heels. I love the Tar Heels since Dean Smith.
I got that. Those three today that were really scared. Two of them were this afternoon, New Mexico State and Auburn, and of course Auburn barely won by one, and then of course also lost by. Villanova almost lost tonight to St. Mary's, and St. Mary's gave them a game in that first half. I watched a little bit of that game earlier, along with the Florida Nevada game, and St. Mary's was a pretty scary team tonight against Nova, but Nova got out of there with a win, so we'll see what happens. But I have my 3 draft books in front of me. I'm looking at them right now. How Lindy Sports, how I'm looking at the top picks, who they have in every, like the top 5 in every draft book. However, I'm looking at your boys. They're saying Ed Oliver won. The other one's saying Sean Gary, and the other one's saying Jonah Williams, however. But the thing I'm really surprised at is, I mean, why the hell, I mean, this is just following me. Why would the Raiders and Gruden go after Vontaze Perfect? I still am just yesterday on that whole thing.
I'll tell you why. All right. Because since the Raiders, and I'm going to go back to when the Raiders employed a 4-3. Okay. The Raiders have not had a good middle linebacker in a 4-3. And again, I stress the 4-3. The Raiders have not had a good middle linebacker in a 4-3 since Dan Connors in the early 70s. Never. Yeah. They tried to get him. They drafted Harris out of Northwestern, who was a bust. Yep. They drafted the kid from Alabama, who was a super bust. Okay. And then they've had good backers when they've been, in fact, the 2 times, latter times that the Raiders have won the Super Bowl, they've been in a 3-4. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I think all the times that they've won the Super Bowl, they've been in a 3-4. They were in a 3-4 in 76, 77 when they beat the Vikings. They were I think they were in a 3-4, 4-3 combo when they beat the Eagles in 1980. And I know they were in a 3-4 in 83. Greg Biekert, I said great middle linebacker. Greg Biekert was a very good middle linebacker, and he's been the best linebacker in the scheme that they've had in a while. I'll give you that, Mike Sarah. I'll give you that. Yeah. But they haven't had a good middle linebacker, and I'll give Greg Biekert, in a long time. They've had a bunch of busts. And I've got Greg Biekert was the reason why we came back and won the game against the Colts, because he figured out what the hell Peyton Manning was doing. And he was a very good middle linebacker. But again, we haven't had one in so long. I forgot about Greg Biekert. Okay.
Yeah.
And we need one. We need one. And Vontaze Burfict knows Paul Gunther. In fact, Vontaze Burfict said that when he first came to the Bengals, Gunther was his linebacker coach. It was even before he was the defensive coordinator, and they hit it off. They clicked. He loves him some Paul Gunther. And if that's the good vibes that we've had, yeah, the guy is a personal foul machine. I get it, especially against the Steelers. Double get it. But if he plays well and if he stays healthy, it would be a great pickup for the Raiders. It's a 1-year, $5 million prove-it deal. You know, that's not a bad deal.
No. And of course, talking about the Raiders, it's Tom Floyd's birthday, so happy birthday to Coach Floyd. I'm looking here, talking about, since we talked about the names that they've been throwing out in the past, the last few weeks. I mean, two of the magazines I see all three of them have different. One says Scooby Williams, one says DK Metcalf, one has Devin Bush. So who knows what they're going to do at 20 at this point. I mean, they also have Kyler Murray, and two of them, however, actually have them slipping all the way out of the top 10, out of the top 10, now going down to 13 to Miami. So I think he's off the board in Arizona because Nick Bosa seems to be Arizona's first choice in every magazine I've been reading.
And that's smart by Arizona. I mean, there's no reason to pick up Kyler Murray when you have Josh Rosen as your quarterback. Give Josh Rosen a line, and he'll be a damn good quarterback for you.
Yep. And the other one, let's see, 27, one says Matt Wilson, one has T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end out of Iowa. The other one has, let's see who the other one has. They have DeAndre Baker from Georgia.
Are you talking Steelers or Raiders?
Raiders. The Steelers, like I said, their first pick, like I said, they've got DK Metcalf, Reed Bush, and Devin Bush, and who's the other one? Yeah, DK Metcalf, Devin Bush, and Reedy Williams. And then in the second round, the one magazine has, I see here, however, in the second round, they're saying, who do the Steelers go after? And the Steelers will go after in the next round, they're saying.
Well, if I'm Pittsburgh, I take DK Metcalf. No, I mean all the time, because you guys need somebody to throw on the opposite side of Juju, and if you have, as long as Juju has somebody on the other side of him, he makes him a better receiver for Big Ben. That's why, and Metcalf is going to be and here's the other thing, and you're going to laugh. If Metcalf isn't available, then you go get Antonio Brown's cousin. And I know that that's laughable because I know that they wouldn't be so stupid. But, you know, you need a receiver. You lost Antonio Brown. You need a receiver. Yeah. And if they're picking what, around 20?
Yeah, 20.
Okay. If you're picking at 20, that means you're at the latter third of the draft, okay? You need to have a good receiver drop. If Metcalf is there, you run up to the table and you get yourself some Metcalf. I'm telling you, that's what you need to do.
Yeah. I agree. I've been hearing a lot about him the last 2 or 3 days. Another one I'm looking at here, 24 for you guys, since you guys got a lot of first rounders. One says A.J. Brown. One says how it could be T.J. Hawkinson from Iowa. How the other one I'm hearing is Byron Murphy from Washington.
Well, I tell you, if Hawkinson is on the board, and I don't think he's going to be on the board at 24, I think that Hawkinson's probably going to be gone by about 15 or 16. He is too good of a player. And by the way, Patrick, you are right. James Washington is a good receiver. To me, James Washington needs a little bit more seasoning to prove it. I don't know whether he's a one-year wonder or not, but I'd get myself some Metcalf. Yeah, good call on that. James Washington's a good receiver, but I don't know whether if he's the end-all, be-all. And if he is, then you got 3 good receivers in Juju, Washington, and Metcalf. That'd be scary. That'd be a scary receiving corps.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I did see also today they announced that the Rams are going to be playing the Cowboys twice this year, once in Dallas and once in Hawaii. I was going to say, there's one name I looked at the draft for, Howard, and everyone said he's going to be in the top 15. What about Ed Oliver from Houston? There's a lot of questions about him, and I watched him the last 2 years at Houston, and he is a good inside linebacker, but I'm thinking he's going to fall in the mid-teens or upper teens, I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, Ed Oliver was a top 10 pick, and like before all these other guys started flying up the board. I remember actually last year that they were picking Ed Oliver to be the #1 pick in the draft because the guy is just so huge and quick. But he's fallen, no pun intended, on some hard times. And you know, he would be a very good pickup for Pittsburgh, being that, you know, the Steelers need to get their identity back, and their identity is defense. I don't know why Pittsburgh has gone away from being the great defensive teams that they have been and going all in on offense. They need defense. And, you know, I tell you, and I don't know, I think you agreed with me. I think the expiration date for Mike Tomlin is 3 years too old. And if Tomlin doesn't do it this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get his ass booted to the curb. The problem will be, who do you think will come in for Mike Tomlin if he gets excused?
That's a question. Yeah, you asked that. I mean, I don't know who would be out there. I mean, let's think about it. Not just him. You got Jason Garrett being kicked to the curb. Ron Rivera in Carolina. I mean, who else? I mean, they said Jason Garrett is definitely on the hot seat more and more. He's on which games will hot because Ezekiel Elliott's going to be a free agent, I think, after this year, along with Riverson. Next year, those two guys are going to command some big money in the free agent market.
Yeah, and remember, Bruce Arians is down here in Tampa. That would have been your pick, but you guys are a year late. If you wanted Bruce Arians, I think you guys should have gotten him this year and kicked Tomlin out, because Bruce would have loved to go back to Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure.
I think Bruce, however, in the box at 5, however, I'm looking at different names that Bruce is looking at. I mean, I think we mentioned here before, Haskins is the name I'm hearing. I'm hearing possibly Josh Allen. I'm also hearing Gary. One guy I could see them end up taking, and this is one name I'm looking at, maybe if they are looking for a true quarterback, if not, maybe like I said, Haskins. I could see someone like maybe the kid from Missouri, Drew Lock, could be their quarterback, however, because Haskins could still slide to New York at 6.
I think so. I think that and that's why I think the Raiders are actually playing smoke and mirrors with a bunch of people that they said they love Kyler Murray. They were working out Haskins the other day. What they want is somebody to jump either right to us at 4 or above us at 1, 2, or 3, because they're scared that the Raiders are going to do something stupid like get a quarterback. And I hope that we don't. And I tell you what, the Giants, I mean, Haskins has got all the potential in the world, but I'm not sure whether he is going to be that good quarterback. Drew Lock, I'm on record as saying that I think he's going to suck. I'm just saying it. And, you know, I tell you, and yes, I'm very biased on this, the kid from Duke is the quarterback that they should get. Mike Serra is from Mizzou, and he says Drew Lock sucks. Thank you, Mike, because you just proved it to me that I was definitely online.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking here. One magazine, like I said, Jones is rated number 4. Another guy who's supposed to be pretty good, however, could be Will Grier. A lot of people like Will Grier and his upside. Nope.
I'm a Gator. Remember where Will Grier started his career?
Oh, yes.
Will Grier has got $1 million arm and a 5-cent head.
Okay. Well, one guy I think that really could be a standout running back. I'm looking at the running backs here. One of the guys I'm really high on, however, I'll tell you, is it's not Bryce Love, however, it's not who did they rank, however, in one magazine. I think they said, however, it's the Josh Jacobs or Damian Harris. I like this Benny Snell kid from Kentucky. I watched him against Penn State in the bowl game. This Benny Snell kid is a bruiser.
He is. One second there, Jared. I need to make sure I give the right. Yep. If you want to knock out Jared, my God, I won't tell you how long he's been on, but it's been a long time. And again, I love talking to Jared. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Getting back to Benny Snell, great running back. I tell you what, Kentucky has got a lot of hard-nosed kids, obviously with Josh Allen. Benny Snell was a good SEC running back. I tell you, I mean, hard nose and lots of ability. And he has like Pittsburgh written all over him as well. I know they got James Conner last year, but he would be a good accoutrement with like kind of like the old Rocky and Franco type of thing. When you get Benny Snell and Conner, if you had them in the backfield together, that would be just like Franco and Rocky Part 2. I tell you, it'd be good for you.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Well, just to give you an update on the game, I'm sure you've seen the game. Syracuse is up 1 now. Wolford's up 10. Michigan's up 14. And Purdue's up 4. So I'm going back to the game. I will be in touch with you soon. And if I hear anything more, I'll let you know.
All right, Jared, thanks for coming aboard, shipmate. Always good hearing from you.
You too. You too.
All right, that's my boy, Pittsburgh Jared. Got a good crowd in here, and I got to keep up on my Steelers because I know Jared's going to catch me, you know. And thanks for hitting again. I think it was Patrick that reminded me that James Washington, who was on the Steelers, a good receiver, but like I said, being a really good receiver, it's got potential, and it's there. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We're all watching the tourney. We're all sitting here. We're all commenting. But I know you guys are watching out there. I know you're watching the NCAAs. I got you. But if you want to call in, the line is open. Syracuse up 31-30. Wow. Okay, that's a better game. Hey, Vince, what channel is the Syracuse game on? I got DirecTV if you do too. Because I'm watching, Wofford over Seton Hall. Oh, they're actually higher than Seton Hall. I would have thought that it would be the other way, True TV. Okay, thank you there, Vince. I'm going to go back to my other channel where it was. Go to previous. Thank you there. Okay, True TV. And thank you. I am watching now. It's a commercial, right? I see. Yeah, it's a commercial. Syracuse. Thank you. Appreciate it, Vince. Yeah, Wofford. I know it's Wofford. I'm saying it like I'm from New England, from Long Island, or from towards the end of the season. Yeah. The Cuse. Yeah. I know that I've always liked Syracuse because of Jim Boeheim. Great coach. Yeah, and I know that he had some issues this year, but I've always liked Jim Boeheim because Jim Boeheim is a respectable coach. He's quality. He gets his players to play. He gets his players, for the most part, to go to school. He gets them their education. I just got a lot of respect for Jim Boeheim, and that's why somewhere in the back of my, mind, in my heart, I've always liked Syracuse a bit because of Jim Boeheim. Think Carr can have a standout season with receivers who can actually catch. There you go, Jerry. Right on. We could have a Super Bowl season if the friggin' receivers don't drop the ball. Literally, if they don't drop the ball. And it comes down to the Raiders led the league. Arturo, thank you for coming over. Thanks. Hey, Arturo, come on over to YouTube, brother. It's better sound. Better sound on your YouTube. I know you're on Facebook, and thank you for being on Facebook. Come on over to YouTube, brother. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Come on over and subscribe. By the way, Jordan Levy? Are you talking about Devy? I was gonna say if there's a Levy on there, I think you're talking about Devy, the offensive guard and center. Yeah, I would love to have a Raider with the last name of Levy so I can actually have a personalized jersey and I wouldn't have to spend that much for it because it would already exist. So, okay. No, I it caught me. I'm like, wow, a Levy. And I'm like, oh, I think he means Stevie. No worries, Ed. I knew what you meant. So we're all watching the tourney. Baylor, wow, 1 point game, 2:34 to go. That's a good game. DV signed a 1-year deal. Yeah, I tell you, and like I said, the Raiders getting the offensive linemen stealing them from Kansas City is a win-win because we get good quality offensive linemen and we take quality away from a divisional opponent like we did with Rodney Hudson. So good there. Arturo, like I said, if you can, please come on over to YouTube. Better quality sound. Okay, I tell you what. Dallas experienced the Murray Cooper drops. I got you there, Sun Chips. That is definitive. And again, thank you for everybody that's here on YouTube. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. This way you know when I come on. Tell your friends, man, that this is where I'm at. Again, less hiccups, better sound quality, better video, better all the way around here on YouTube. will we sign a free agent edge rusher? I think so. Actually, we did with Morrow. We got Josh Morrow the other day, Mike. It was a kid that was out of New York. A good pickup. You know, kind of under the radar. He has some PED issues. Hopefully, that's been taken care of, and he's not on them anymore. You got more subs. I'm sorry, Vince. You know, I didn't mean to. I mean, well, okay, I did mean to, but come on over. What do you think of the center from Kansas City? I think you're talking about DV, Jimmy, and like I said, very good pickup for the Raiders. Plays center and guard, and he basically we lost Feliciano to the Bills. I believe Feliciano went to the Bills. That's our Feliciano, and to be honest, he's better than Feliciano. He had some injuries last year, but Feliciano was a decent player for the Raiders. This guy's better. And you know that we had somebody that we signed somebody really good when you hear from the other team that they're like, damn it, the Raiders signed DV. So that's a good sign. Did we get a player from the Lions? Yes, we did. His name was Nevin Lawson, I believe. He was a cornerback. Lots of potential, always around the ball, this is what I was alluding to at the beginning of the show. Apparently, and this is what they were saying, the guy's around the ball, but he'll miss the tackle or he'll miss a pick, and it infuriated Lions fans. So hopefully he takes care of that here. Will losing Jared Cook hurt the Raiders? Thanks, good for the question, Bob. No. I mean, yeah, ultimately it will. I mean, you lost the only player that the Raiders had as an all-pro. But I told y'all last couple, at least a month ago, if not longer, that Cook was not going to be on Raiders because Gruden did not like him as a leader. In the locker room, he did not like the way he practiced. And if John Gruden doesn't like the way you perform, even if you perform on the field, that's one part of it. But he wanted a leader in the locker room. He wanted somebody he can count on, and Jared Cook wasn't that person. And I said Jared Cook will not be back. I didn't say – I got it from a source. I didn't say this particularly. I said I got it from my source, and my source was somebody that knows the Raiders within the locker room, said he was going to be gone. Okay, yeah, it's probably going to hurt for a little while, but I'm telling you, disrespectful. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming aboard. Love the Mike Arline's here. Great guy. Great guy. Thanks for coming aboard, shipmate. But if Waller can stay off the drugs, maybe Marcel Aitman might transition to be that bigger tight end. Somebody said that would be a good way for him to do. We got Lee Smith. Lee Smith is reliable. Best blocker out of all of them. Carrier is a good blocking / receiving tight end, and Paul Butler was beefing up because he wants to make the team. So those are 4 guys right there, and that's before we even go into the draft. I'll tell you, if Hawkinson is anywhere near, if he drops out of 15, if he drops out of the top 15, I think the Raiders might go up and get him because they want Hawkinson. If they don't get Hawkinson, there's the kid Smith out of Alabama. There's another kid whose name escapes me. They're going to get a tight end this year. Jordy reportedly retired, and then they both came back. The report said he and Jordy reportedly retired. Oh, okay. Yeah, Vince was talking. Remember that it was reports about the get me the F out of here, and it was attributed to Cook, and then it was attributed to Jordy Nelson. I know what you're talking about. They both had it with the locker room, with the losing, and they both came back, but they're both not here. And I think Jordy would have been here had we not signed AB and Terrell Williams. I really think that. Do you think we will re-sign Justin Murray? Re-sign Justin Murray? Mike, I'm not familiar with that. Somebody's calling. I'll find out in a minute because they're not showing up on my phone. Hey, 630, who am I talking to? Hello?
This is Danny.
This is who?
Danny.
Danny, how you doing? Good to hear from you. Can you turn your computer down so there's no background noise?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. How are you tonight? What's going on?
I'm good. I just wanted to say hi.
Well, thanks. Thanks for saying hi. What are you watching on YouTube or are you watching it on Facebook?
On YouTube, and I really like your beard.
And what was that, Danny? I'm sorry, I didn't get the last portion.
I really like your beard.
Oh, you like my beard? Oh, thank you, Danny. How old are you, Danny?
I'm 29.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. That a lady with some really good. I appreciate that you like my beard. That makes me feel really good.
I'm a man.
You're a man? Well, hey, Danny, I appreciate the fact that you like my beard as well.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you got for me tonight, Danny?
I just wanted to say the Raiders suck ass.
Okay, well, thanks for that comment. Anything else?
And your striped shirt makes you look fat.
It does. I admit, I do look fat in the striped shirt. Anything else, Danny? Hello? Oh, well, that was Danny. Danny liked my beard. He thinks the Raiders suck ass, and I look fat in my striped shirt. What can you do? Line is open, 813-669-0834. Danny liked my beard. That was cool. And yeah, the striped shirt does make me look fat. I'll give it that. Hey, Jimmy, what are you gonna do? You get people. Jim. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll tell you what. We'll get rid of him. I'll get rid of you later. Yeah. What are you going to do? Line is open, 813-669-0834. Going to grab some dinner since the Q's game is at halftime. You do that, Vince. Okay, we've been on for an hour 44. Almost an hour 45. Hey, I take it, because, again, I got a caller. And they liked my beard, but the shirt makes me look fat. And the Raiders suck ass. But what are you going to do? I'm trying to figure out here. Oh, I can't do it here. I'll have to do it later on. I can't do it. There's that's probably Danny. People I got it. What do you call it? Block over on Facebook too. Why is everyone getting us draft quarterback? We need a backup quarterback, and that's true. He, she, or it must be a Chiefs fan. Oh, I think that was the same number that called earlier. And I'm not going to take the call. I think it was the same number with the 630. So if they're calling back, it had the same area code, so I didn't take the call. So if you are calling, and if you're calling from the 630, And I'm not, fool me once, fool me twice. No, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, line is open, 813-669-0834. 813-669-0834. And get rid of it that way. And as soon as I can figure out how to block a number, I will. When I have the time, I'll do it. Line is open, 813-669-0834. It was the same person calling again. Give me a real caller. Give me a real caller, okay? Talking about the Raiders. We're getting close to a point. Let me see here. Almost 11 o'clock at night. We've been on for almost 2 hours. She must be a chef fan. Ed, I appreciate it. I'm going to let you talk because at least I know that I got a real call. Normally, I don't do 2 calls in one night. What do you got for me, brother?
Here I come to save the day.
Thank you, brother. And again, only because I didn't want to have I continually hit bounce. I'm not gonna have the same caller on.
That's why I called.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
You were starting to say something about. You said we need a quarterback.
Yeah, we do need a backup quarterback, and that's why a lot of people have us getting one this year. I think that we might do it this year, but I really think that the year to grab a quarterback is next year. I mean, unless the kid from Duke is available at pick, and I think that you might be overshooting at 27. If the kid from Duke is available at 35, and you really think that that's the quarterback that can be a good young kid under Carr, then yeah, you go after the kid from Duke at 35. Now, Tommy Beard said that the quarterback out of Buffalo, and I haven't seen any of the stats, but Tommy Beard is very high on the kid from Buffalo. I'll have to probably investigate a little bit more, but it's true. That would probably be maybe a 3rd-round pick or a 4th-round pick. But again, we don't have a 3rd-rounder, so you got to figure out what you want to do there.
I think it makes a lot of sense with the draft. It's a pretty good draft this year, and I hear next year is going to be good too. But trading down after talking with you earlier makes more sense to me than it ever has before because it's smart to look at it as so we get rid of some of our early drafts. I'm not saying 24, 27. I am saying 24, 27. Keep the 4, but I think we can get 3 or 4 other rounds, other picks in that place, and we can play it right. Who knows? We may be able to pick another Tom Brady.
Well,
pick on the 7th round.
I think though in order for you to pick up a 3rd. Okay, well maybe I can see them in the 2nd round at 35, trading back in the 2nd round and picking up a 3rd. That I can see, and I can agree with that because I think that trading back in the 2nd round will net you a 3rd in the transaction. I think that if you're going to be trading your 4, I trade my 4 down to no later than 10, keep it a top 10 pick, and then picking up, maybe a 1 next year, swapping the 1s this year. You're still in the top 10. Maybe pick up a 1 next year, depending upon who wants it and for what they're going to be getting. Make sure that you don't get fleeced out of the pick.
Exactly. And the Raiders sure are making a lot of noise this offseason, aren't they?
Yeah.
More than any other team.
And you know what? It's strange that the Raiders are actually going out and spending. Now, Reggie was good for maybe 1 or 2 splash pickups in a year. I think the Raiders have already had like 4 splash pickups when you figure out it's Brown and Williams and then Perfect. That's 4 splash pickups, and they haven't. And the other guys that they've picked up have been good quality people. Good quality people. So they're spending the money. They still got some money. And, you know, they're not just, they didn't just blow their whole wad and then didn't have nothing to show for it. I think that they've done it in a good, correct way this year. And, you know, they've gotten a lot of good quality there. Oh, and Joyner. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. And Joyner, there's 5. I forgot. So, again, 5 quality picks. Thanks for reminding me about my – because, again, you get – I mean, it's good picking up good. And the other guard that was – I can't remember his name. Oh, Green and Good. You know, Good and Green. There you go. Picking up the 2 guards, they picked up DV. That's 3 guards that is needed. And, you know, so that's going to be some good quality people there. And then, like I said, the other people they're picking up, you know, Lawson as a D-back, you know, that's not a bad pickup. That's somebody that's going to be maybe that number 4 corner. So, I mean, they haven't picked up anybody that's, you know, just like, wow, who is that person and why? You know, the guys that they picked up have been good quality players. You still here?
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with Maylock.
You got
really
it.
Do.
Mike Mayock and
Maylock knows the draft, the players in the NFL like nobody else.
That's true. That's true. And I think that the Raiders are going. Like I said, Ed, I knew why you were calling, and I appreciate it. And as soon as I can, I'm going to block that number.
Well, I appreciate your show, Bob.
All right. Hey, thanks again, shipmate. Always good talking to you.
Thank you, Bob.
All right.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
That's Ed, who came in like Mighty Mouse and saved the day. You know, hopefully, and again, I can't do it here because I got too many things going on. Sunday, for You Don't Know Jack About Sports. Actually, that I put up the wrong sign because this is the Ask Captain Jack show, but I had to put something up. I just noticed that. I put up the wrong sign. Oh, well. Join me Sunday for You Don't Know Jack About Sports, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Thank you for joining me. If you're here, appreciate you being here and appreciate you subscribing. We'll be doing this all season long. Again, maybe not do a Captain Jack show. Maybe not do one if there's really nothing to talk about Raider-wise. But the Raiders have actually been busy in free agency, so we actually had some things to talk about. I'm not sure if we're going to have some things to talk about next Thursday. We'll see. Thank you for subscribing, Patrick. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. And tell your friends that this is the place to be for some good, intelligent conversation other than people that think I look fat in a striped shirt. Big surprise there. I kind of do. Not going to say anything about that because it's true. I'm not svelte. I'm not skinny. Just the way it is. You know, I kind of thought that maybe that caller was somebody that I used to work with, but it was in the Illinois area code, so I guess it wasn't the person who I thought it could be. We'll see. Anyway, I'll block that number. Hopefully that'll work. And again, thank you over on Facebook. Thank you for coming aboard. But remember, YouTube is the place to be. We'll see y'all Sunday if you don't know Jack About Sports. We'll see y'all here on YouTube. That ought to be a really good time. So if you want to talk to the professional's professional, probably one of the best refs that's ever been, Jim Tunney is that gentleman. 31 years as a NFL official. The only referee to work a Super Bowl 2 years in a row. That'll be Wednesday night upcoming. So again, get with us there. And I'll see what I can do to have somebody coming in for the next Wednesday and the Wednesday after that. It's been a little busy, but I'll get it done. Until then, this has been an Ask Captain Jack show with the wrong sign. Sorry. Guess that's what you get when you make sure that you got your Gator shirt on as well. But until then, we'll see you guys and gals, mates and wenches, Sunday night for the real You Don't Know Jack About Sports show. We'll see you then. Have a great, great time out there. Take care and come on back. You're at the right place.